refuge, restoration, renewal, and a safe place to rebuild their lives. And our next guest is on a mission to help women and their children who are survivors of domestic abuse and other trauma. Cece Spencer of Cece's Angels is here to share her story and how you can help as well. Good morning to you.
Great morning. How are you?
Thank you I like so that. Great morning indeed. Can you tell us a little bit about what Cece's Angels is and how the organization first came to be?
Yeah, so Cece's Angels is a nonprofit organization, and we actually found it in 2017. And it really came from a place of my own personal background and the stuff that I went through as a child, teenager, and a young adult. And I really wanted to find just purpose out of all the pain that I went through.
Yes. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Turning a test into a testimony almost. And so I was going to ask what inspired you to dedicate your life, but I feel like that's pretty much the answer right there. How'd you know, though, that this was something that you wanted to enact in a way that it actually shows up in the community rather than just showing up individually to each person?
Yeah, so I seen the need, but honestly, when I was 4 years old, I experienced domestic violence in my home, and it had a huge part of the trajectory of my life. It changed the foundation of my life, and I'm like, if this happened to me and this is happening to other people, we got to do something about it. Yes. And how can we help these women and children? How can we empower them? How can we change generations?
And I think we do that with it starts with a conversation, which is what we're doing right now. Knowledge is power, right? Knowing that there are safe spaces in our own community to go to. So if you could, let's expand upon that Haven Home program. What exactly is it? Who is it for? Who does it serve?
Yes, so we actually started the Haven Home program. We did a pilot program in 2024. It was awesome. We had a generous woman donate her space of her home. And we actually helped a mom come out of homelessness. We helped her then go to a shelter program for 30 days. And then she came into our program. And then we were able to offer her resources. And it's really just making sure these women, when they go through the trauma, abuse, and the pain, that they're not alone. Yeah. They're not on the streets. They're not in their cars. They're in a safe place so that they can truly heal and rebuild.
They're well taken care of indeed. And also to hear that there's resources available, because I think a lot of the times we think, okay, let's just get them off the street, but like then what's next? What comes after that? How do we help them build a life on their own without help from anybody else? But that requires help and resources to get them to that point. And so what do you think are some of the biggest challenges that women and children are facing, especially when you see them come to Cece's Angels?
So when they come to us, it's really a place where they can rebuild, but they gotta want it for themselves too, right? So, but what we see, the most challenges that we see are the brokenness. They think they're alone, they don't have the hope, and they're just not sure. So we are there to help guide them. You know, ultimately it's up to them to make the steps, but as long as we can provide the safe place, give them resources, help them with counseling, you know, help them rebuild maybe their financial history. Maybe they need credit repair, they need nutrition help, and maybe they need food assistance. We just want to be that to help them.
Yes, to be that first step, which the first step is always the hardest step. Like you just said, they have to want it for themselves. And we've all found ourselves in those situations, and maybe it's not as serious, but I think we all have double backed or saying, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I leave? Should I go? And it can be very difficult to actually enact those decisions. And so having grace for ourselves, I think, is very big as well. So how can we get involved? How can we help you continue to push the mission forward? Because like we just talked about, I mean, these are our neighbors who are just not talking about it. There's people all around us suffering from domestic abuse.
Yes, and it's not even just domestic abuse. It's stuff that they went through in their childhood and that they carry on into their adult years, and then their children are affected as well, right?
It's a vicious cycle.
It is a cycle, and it's a cycle that has to be broken. And how the community can help today is really, you know, getting us even more resources, just letting other people know what we are doing, our heart, what we're about, and we really want to help those.
And you have an event coming up, actually, that will help do that.
Yes.
Very good. Fundraiser, right?
We do. So we have our summer fundraiser, and this is going to be Beauty from Ashes event. And what you will get at this event is you're going to really hear the heart of our mission, and you're going to see the stories of the people that we've helped in the past.
Right.
Like I said, we've been doing this for 9 years, so you're going to see that.
The need is
history
there. It's in
there.
our community.
It is.
It's going to be right there, present for us.
It's in our backyard.
Fundraiser, and then we can help as well. Cece, thank you so much for being here this morning and sharing the knowledge that we need. And I'm sure there's someone listening right now who's thinking, I'm ready for this program. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Erin.